This person said on social media, they said, I've been out of the loop. Who is Brandon and where's he going?
That's funny.
They posted on this thing of mine.
That's really
and somebody
funny.
responded and said, some dumb, childish, immature things the Republicans came up with.
Actually, technically, it was not the Republicans who came up with anything. It was the interviewer. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one who tried to say that's not what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah. And this person responded and said, well, at least nothing was set on fire.
Just the country.
Hey, let's go, Brandon. You can get your FJB shirts at chadonblaze.com. You can get your Let's Go, Brandon at another site somewhere, like Watch Chad. It's party time, Mom. Welcome to a Tuesday, Monday's hangover episode of the Chad Prather Show. Puppet Master Mark is flying us into the nether regions of all things Sarah's cleavage today. Well, it clavage. Look at that.
It's the classy clavage.
Is it?
No.
We walked out of the dressing rooms, and you're what, 5'4"?
Yeah.
And I'm 6 foot tall?
Yes. Oh.
I got lost in this moment. Anyway, keep it classy, Sarah's cleavage.
Clavage.
Why do we want to talk
Thank
about
you.
Super Mario? It's a lot to get into today. Tonight I'll be in Navasota. The next 2 nights I'm going to be in Midland hanging out, oil party, and the oil show.
Is that
West
like
Texas.
a wild party? Oil and gas party?
Yeah. People come from all over the world to West Texas for the oil show. I mean, they fly in from like all the oil countries. They fly in from the Middle East, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They come in, and it's a lot of entertaining, a lot of money. I don't know if you know it or not. There's a lot of money.
Imagine the amount of money floating around.
Texas is I think we're 40. We contribute 46% of America's oil consumption. Texas.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yep, we gotta make that. We gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
And then we look at the gas stations whenever we fill up, and it's
cost me $90
quite
even
depressing.
yesterday to fill up my diesel truck.
Jeez.
Thinking about getting one of those Ford F-150s, what is it, EV, one of them electric trucks.
I have the Cayenne hybrid, and I still, it cost me $75. Yeah. That's mostly because it turns the electric off when you start going really fast, and I don't have the patience to do the electric one, so I usually end up using gas anyway. But man.
Yeah,
both our cars take premium. We were not expecting that.
So I have people who I often talk about how electric cars can't make it all the way across the state of Texas.
Yes.
And then people say, well, neither can your gas vehicle. I said, yeah, but at least
there's a bunch of places to fill up.
I can stop anywhere.
Right. I don't understand how they don't get that.
Let me run you through Sweetwater, Texas, and you tell me where you're going to pump some juice into your Tesla.
Yeah, I heard of a friend that was making a road trip, and I was like, how do they map that out? Like, they have to go to a particular Tesla place and like map out all of the places that they can stop, and they have to stop at those places because if they don't, they're screwed.
Tesla has now moved their headquarters to Texas. Elon Musk is coming here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get into that. I have my problems with these big Silicon Valley companies coming here. There's a lot of reasons. We've talked about that. The world has gone woke. Let's face it. You need to get my unapologetic common sense guide to the end of the world.
Where can they get that?
You can get it at watchchad.com.
Great.
Books a Million, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all the
but we prefer watchchad.com.
These woke companies.
Yes.
If you want a signed copy, you can get it directly from me there, watchchad.com.
Oh.
We've got those in the store. I am having a blast. I'm tired. I'm burning down, a couple thousand miles a week.
Yeah.
Coming back in the studio, running my mouth, on and on.
I talked to you in a matter of 12 hours. You're in 3 different places.
It's insane.
I'm like, wait, you're texting me from where? You were just 4 hours from there.
People keep saying, when do you sleep? When do you sleep? I just keep on going. This is my life right now, and this is what we're doing. I'm in a fight for Texas. I really am.
Well, we thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And everywhere I go, people go, wow, we didn't expect that out of you. Yeah.
We thought this was just a joke.
I love being underestimated. It's fun. I don't know, Sarah. I don't know that this country on this current trend lasts another 10 years the way. I agree. There's some things that can happen to change it. We'll see. On the current trend, we're in trouble. Oh, boy. America's freedoms are receding like your hairline. Hey, how do you know when you're ready to do something about that receding hairline and bald spot? Do something about it. You wake up in the morning, you see it in the mirror, you know it's time to do something. So what are you going to do? Well, it's easy. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and hundreds of thousands of guys trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. Keeps offers doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair treatment, and because they're the generic versions, you only pay about half the cost. Best of all, you do everything online. You answer a few questions, snap a couple of pictures of your hair. A licensed doctor is going to review your info, recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. It's going to be shipped to your door. And any questions you have along the way, you can message your Keeps doctor 24/7 and keep track of the progress with Keeps Progress Tracking Tool. So get you started today with a special discount. Go to Keeps, KEEPS.com/loss. They'll give you 50% off your first order of hair loss treatments. Keeps.com/loss. Just go there. Keeps.com/loss. We'll be right back. So I said, we talked about Colin Powell. I hate using a guy who passed away as an example to make a point. I said, keep talking about Colin Powell. That's the whole thing. A guy at that level who passed away from complications with COVID, who was fully vaccinated. Mm-hmm. All right. Anywhere you go with that, there's a problem, logically.
If you are touting the vaccine as the lifesaver, right?
Yeah, because he's fully blah-blahed. Mm-hmm. And they say, well, he died of complications from COVID. All right, but he was fully vaccinated. So who are you blaming? You're going to blame COVID? You're going to blame the un-blah-blahed? Right? Because, see, that's it. Because it's like Joe Biden comes out and says, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Right.
The unvaccinated. Get vaccinated. So this Colin Powell thing creates a logical dilemma. Mm-hmm. And, you can't ignore it. This is not Colin Powell, this isn't the first person this has happened to.
Right.
But he's at a level you can't ignore this, right? So what are you going to say? Well, you're going to say, well, you can't say he died from COVID because he's fully vaccinated.
Well, they don't want to say
that.
They
don't want to say that.
Yeah.
So then they want to say he died from complications, COVID. So the COVID came in, because remember what the big argument has been all along is, well, if you get fully blah-blahed, then it's going to lessen the effects and the symptoms.
Right.
And you'll still get it, but you just won't die from it.
Well, they also would say, when you would say, well, maybe the blah, blah isn't working like you think it is. And they would say, well, he was 84. And it's like, yeah, but when all of those people died a couple years ago and we said, yeah, they were 84, you said that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We have to completely change our entire lives for people who die, who are old and probably going to die soon anyway. So which one is it?
Yeah. Another thing I saw over this past weekend that really bugs me, and there were several news stories, is around Texas, is they're targeting, here's another logical dilemma, or philosophical dilemma, and that is the black community aren't getting vaccinated.
Yes.
Okay? So they're just not doing it.
Yeah.
Right? They have their reasons, but there's been several PSAs out there, different social media influencers that have talked about it, said, nah, not doing it.
Right.
So now what they're doing is they're recruiting black churches and black church leaders to basically say, this is your duty before God. There were several
so foul.
Several things that were coming out saying, hey, so they actually have these black pastors who were doing these big announcements, and they were saying, our church is supporting this, we're pushing this. So, tell me you're a sellout without saying you're a sellout,
no
right?
Kidding.
I mean, your church.
No kidding.
Your church, which should be a light to the state, is now sold out to the state. There's no conviction anymore in that regard. So, when the church starts pandering, that tells you a lot. I don't have a whole lot of patience when it comes to the church anyway, and I've earned my right to say what I want to say about the church over the years. And so Kamala Harris We didn't get to this yesterday. Virginia churches air Kamala Harris' endorsement of Terry McAuliffe in apparent violation of federal law. Vice President Kamala Harris is being accused of helping Virginia churches break federal law prohibiting tax-exempt churches from engaging in overt political activity. You can't do this stuff. So there's a tweet from Eva McKend. More than 300 black churches across Virginia what do we got?
You can't read that far away, Chris.
Well, here, let me look back up here. We'll hear from Kamala Harris between Sunday and November 2nd in video message that will air during morning services as part of outreach effort aimed to boost at Terry McAuliffe. Hashtag VAGov. Video first obtained by CNN.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
That's not legal.
You got the video? Let her rip.
Oh, gosh.
Greetings, everyone.
Ugh. Wait, stop. I wasn't ready for that clown face to pop up there. She looks like the Joker from the 70s Batman. She does. If you just colorize the face.
Yeah, because you can picture someone squeezing her.
I'm telling you.
Her skin, pulling her skin back like that.
All right, play it.
Greetings, everyone. Ugh. So when I was growing up, we sang in the choir at Oakland's 23rd Avenue Church of God. We sang hymns about how faith combined with determination will see us through difficult times. And we were taught that it was our sacred responsibility to raise our voice and lift up the voices of our community. One of the most significant ways I believe that we can each use our voice is through our vote. So Virginians, you have the opportunity now to raise your voice through your vote, because it's election time. As you know, this is an important election coming up on Tuesday, November 2nd, and early voting is already underway. I believe that my friend Terry McAuliffe is the leader Virginia needs at this moment. Terry McAuliffe has a long track record of getting things done for the people of Virginia. When he was governor, in the wake of the recession, you'll remember, he brought 200,000 jobs to Virginia.
Look like Cesar Romero to me. That's all I got to say right there. Just the Joker.
I'm shocked she managed to not laugh for that length of time. It was a long time. Yeah.
So more than 300 black churches across Virginia will reportedly view a pre-recorded message, that one.
I can't believe they found that many churches that were fine with this. It's really sad.
Well, you can't say things like she just said when you say vote after today's service. I know that you will send Terry McAuliffe back to Richmond. So here's what the IRS says. In 1954, Congress approved an amendment by Senator Lyndon Johnson to prohibit 501c3, which is nonprofit organizations, churches, those organizations, which includes charities, churches, from engaging in any political campaign activity. To the extent Congress has revisited the ban over the years, it has in fact strengthened the ban. The most recent change came in 1987 when Congress amended the language to clarify that the prohibition also applies to statements opposing candidates. Currently, the law prohibits political campaign activity by charities and churches defining blah, 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 organizations which participate in or intervene in any political campaign on behalf or of any candidate for public office. I mean, look, I've had, we've always had political candidates that speak at churches, but they're not campaign events. Mm-hmm. They just come to speak, right? And you can speak without campaigning.
Right. Yes. You would know.
I do. I know on both sides of the thing, mm-hmm. having, pastored churches and been involved with nonprofits and 501c3s over the years. Yeah, I pastored churches.
Yeah, so it's not
if the money gets tight, I might do it again. Apparently, there's big business in it around here.
Jeez, it's not a Hatch Act violation. It's a violation on part of the churches.
Yeah,
the churches should not be engaging in that.
That's right. It's against the law. You are a. People say, well, they're tax free. No, they're tax immune. Is
exempt,
what they are.
Yeah.
It's so they're the tax exempt status that's there. So there you go. But I mean, it's okay. You could break the law if it's cackling Kamala. I mean, if it's the left and their agenda, you can do that.
Well, if you're just trying to fortify an election.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things here that I'm just going to say, this is one of those things that get swept under the rug. I'm going to talk about some other things that get swept under the rug. Like the Delta CEO that came out and said, nope, we're not going to mandate the vaccines, right? Like they saw the debacle that, like Southwest lost business.
Yeah.
And I said last week, I said, once these airlines get behind on this, it's hard for them to catch up.
But do you know what's sad about that Delta story that a lot of people missed was that Delta had actually already started charging their employees $200 if they were not vaccinated. So they're still penalizing them
on their insurance. And that's exactly.
They were like, yeah, we're going to fly Delta. Everyone fly Delta. And it's like, well, they're still making their employees pay.
Still going to make the insurance policies go higher. And I'm glad you brought that up because this is the nonsensical thing about it. We hear, like somebody the other day, people love to boycott stuff. And they love to come at us and they say, well, oh my God, you're drinking a Coke. Why aren't you boycotting Coke? I can't keep up with all your boycotts, honestly. I mean, I get it.
I support your freedom to choose where you spend your dollar.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm basically like I don't know. Somebody's like, I get messages every single day from people who are saying I'm losing my job. There was we've got that just play the SOT of the CEO first of all.
A month before the president came out with the mandate, we'd already announced our plan to get all of our people vaccinated, and the good news is the plan is working. Delta today, we are 90% vaccinated, fully vaccinated across our entire company, and more vaccinations are coming in by the day. So I expect by the time we get to November next month, we're going to be at the 95% threshold. And when you consider there's going to be religious and some medical accommodations made that we're going to need to consider, by the time we're done, we'll be pretty close to fully vaccinated as a company without going through all the divisiveness of a mandate. We're proving that you can work collaboratively with your people, trusting your people to make the right decisions, respecting their decisions, and not forcing them over the loss of their jobs.
Just charging them.
Trust your people to make the right decision.
Just charging them. It's fine.
Trust the people to make the right decision.
Little semantics game there. Yeah, it was very smart, though. You got to hand it to him.
Yeah.
That was a very smart play on his part because that's what led all of the news about it, was that Delta was way better and appreciated freedom way more than Southwest. Not actually true.
So let me just address this thing that people want to say, well, you have other requirements for your employees, like you expect them to wear a uniform. And okay, you may expect them to wear the uniform 8 hours a day.
Right.
Do you expect them to go home and sleep in the uniform? Like, you can't mandate what they do 24 hours a day. And then you're going to ask them to put a substance inside of their bodies. Like, I don't know any other way to say this, but just to just completely elaborate on it. To inject a foreign substance into your body that you've got to live with 365.
So that they can feed their families.
Right. So I'm forcing you into a medical procedure. Like, no one's going to work for me unless you get silicone boobs. Not saline.
Are you paying?
Depends on what I get to do
I'll
with
take
them.
that offer if you're paying.
I don't get to mess with your boobs.
No, I meant as the employer in a hypothetical.
We could talk.
Did I...
I'm gonna have to like rewrite the employee handbook. But you
don't have the right to dictate that.
I don't.
To other people.
And I'm just tired of talking about it. And I'm getting these messages every day, and it breaks my heart. Do we have time? Do we have time to play the cop, or do we need to come back? Play. So the Washington State Trooper, 22 years on the job. Play the clip.
This is my final sign-off after 22 years of serving the citizens of the state of Washington, being asked to leave because I am dirty. Numerous fatalities, injuries. I've worked sick. I've played sick. We've buried lots of friends over these years. I'd like to thank you guys. I'd like to thank the citizens of Yakima County, as well as my fellow officers within the Valley. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been very successful, and you've kept me safe and got me home to my family every night. Thank you for that. Wish I could say more, but this is it. So State 1034, this is the last time you'll hear me in a State Patrol car. And Jay Inslee can kiss my ass.
Thank you for your 22 years and 5 months of service to the citizens of Washington State. You've taken on many roles in your time with the patrol. In your first year, you delivered a baby while on patrol in Bremerton. You've been a DRE instructor, certified technical specialist, and reconstructionist, peer support member, part of the chaplaincy board, and a CVD trooper. You've been a great role model and mentor for all young troopers serving in the area by sharing your knowledge and experience throughout the years. Thank you for your service. 1906.
Heartbreaking.
Whew.
Heartbreaking. You know, I meet with law enforcement all over the country, but specifically, you know, when I go to an event, law enforcement is there, and I'm at events all the time. I always walk up to them first, shake their hand, thank them for being there, tell them I appreciate them, but I have these conversations. And it's already bad enough, the whole defund the police, and, you know, the next generation of law enforcement is non-existent.
Yeah.
Now you've got this. So I get the messages every single day, and it pisses me off. This is my calm, I am extremely pissed off voice, and I'm all for just taking the best of the best and let's go out there and populate our own country at this point.
Right there with
I say
you.
that, people are like, oh my God, you want to secede from the United States. This is, the United States seceded from you.
Yeah.
It's done. They don't care about you anymore.
No.
They don't care about you anymore.
And they don't want to come back together with you because they have no patience for your beliefs.
What he said, you're dirty.
Yeah.
Hey, if you find yourself turning on the news and feeling hopeless, there you go. Open border spending gone crazy, the prospect of more mandates, lockdowns, inflation, list goes on and on. Something you could do, though, start buying from companies that believe what you believe. You got to stick together now more than ever. There's been one company willing to stand with you since 2012. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They offer broad nationwide coverage, and they use the same towers as all the other major carriers. Patriot Mobile has plans to fit any budget, and their 100% U.S.-based customer support team provides exceptional customer service. Importantly, Patriot Mobile shares your values, supports organizations fighting for your religious freedom, constitutional rights, sanctity of life, our veterans, first responders, heroes. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad, or you can call 972-PATRIOT. Free activation with the offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. They always got special discounts for veterans and first responders. They'll get you a bundle. They'll set up your account. They'll free activation, all the stuff. patriotmobile.com/Chad. Promo code Chad or 972-PATRIOT. We'll be right back. Sometimes I look at my email and it tells me I'm going to be certain places where I'm like, I don't think that I am going to be there.
Not me.
It always scares me. Reminiscent of January 6th, this is another thing to be swept under the rug. Violent protesters are arrested after storming Interior Department, injuring officers. That's a federal building, folks. That's a federal building.
I seem to recall that being called something.
Yeah, but we won't say that word. You know it.
It was called something on January 6th.
Masturbationists.
I don't think that was it.
It wasn't it?
No.
Dozens of activists protesting fossil fuel projects were arrested Thursday in Washington, D.C. after they staged a sit-in at the Interior Department, a move that led to multiple injuries. And by the way, the shooting of Ashley Babbitt on January 6th, it's amazing. They say we have 14,000 hours of footage but it's like they're trying to give you like so much daunting information that they're like, nobody's going to watch all that.
Right.
They won't release any of it. They said they're going to give a few little snippets of video, but they won't release any of it. Wonder why. But it resulted in multiple injuries. At least one law enforcement officer was transported to the hospital. Wants President Biden to declare climate change an emergency. People versus Fossil Fuels, the group responsible for the protest, organized a week-long series of demonstrations.
Cannot believe this.
I know.
This is a
so
dark day.
they went in there and they did a little sit-in. And you said, well, it was a sit-in.
No.
People got hurt.
They violently pushed past the police.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is time for a commission. Okay.
Yep.
We need a commission.
It's time to put them in some solitary.
They're trying to overthrow what the left would call our democracy, which is not what we have.
That's exactly right. Do we have a clip of that?
Shameful. Chris, do we have a clip?
Do we have a clip? Oh, that's a peaceful sit-in.
This was, by the way, after the police asked them to leave.
Protect the water! Shut down line 3! Shut down line 5! Stop MPT! Shut down line 3!
Chris. I don't know. Is it my birthday? Is it my birthday? It feels like my birthday right now. It just feels like my birthday because I think I just got the biggest care package, the biggest gift from the left, and I honestly can hardly contain my joy right now. I mean, can you feel the radiant mirth, my exhalation of the famed bated breath under the pure and utter joy I find when hypocrisy comes home to roost? So you got these climate change activists, right? That's what they are, cultists. They come in the Department of Interior building, Washington, D.C. Now, on the off chance that due to the fact my voice right now is literally skipping down the road of unfettered delight, you aren't sure you heard me quite correctly, let me repeat myself with glee. Last week, climate change activist charged the Department of the Interior building in Washington, D.C. But, Chad, you might be saying in a voice eerily similar to my own, why would that make you happy? What possible joy is to be gained from people illegally storming a federal building? Oh, my dear friends and band of brothers and sisters, I'm just hovering over my seat because there is nothing in the world quite so satisfying as being alive on the day that the January 6th incident comes home to roost. You knew, you just had to know. Well, it wasn't going to take all that long before something like this happened. The left can't help themselves. But, Chad, you might again be saying the January 6th protests were violent. How is that the same thing? Well, if the mile-wide grin on my face isn't enough to tell you Paul Harvey's trademark catchphrase, then I will. These folks got good and violent, folks. The security personnel, they suffered multiple injuries, including an officer who was hospitalized. And just guess what the response to all of this was? Let me read what the public statement from the spokesperson said. Interior Department leadership believes strongly in respecting and upholding the right to free speech and peaceful protest. Centering the voices of lawful protesters is the will to continue to be an important foundation of our democracy. It also our obligation to keep everyone safe. We will continue to do everything we can to de-escalate the situation while honoring First Amendment rights. Oh God, dear Lord Jesus. Take me now, mine eyes, Sarah, have seen the glory. I'm going to make a prediction, folks, and I think you'll find that it comes true. It used to be the case that when the instances of unadulterated hypocrisy like this reared their ugly little heads into the public sphere, the media were quick to ignore it and cover other things, like how bikini wax is anti-feminist colonizing or something like that. And when I say it used to be, I mean like a year ago, but you're not going to just get crickets on this one. No, our jive talking journalists out there, they will almost certainly face this one head on. And you know what? They're going to tell you this is nothing like January 6th. And you know what's worse? A ton of people will believe them. They don't need proof. They don't need an airtight alibi. None of that. All they need is the derision with which they look at you and those around you. All they need is the glazed over gaze of their normal liberal constituency and the salivating barks of the woke mobsters who they think make up their constituency, and they're going to be good to go, folks. Roll the cameras. The good news is they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. The mainstream media and me, your favorite white cowboy redneck that tells the truth. Listen, we're going to keep talking about this stuff. Listen, ratings are down because people only believe bullshit for so long before they get bored of it and move on. And it'll be things like this that help them out of their graves, unmourned as the medium that once was. And the rest of us, well, the rest of us know that's what's good. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Anybody up for an October 14th commission? Are we going to have one of those October 14th commission? Anybody? Biden? But we won't ever see an October 14th commission, will we?
No.
These people won't be locked away in solitary confinement, will they?
Nope.
These people will not be denied their basic human rights. The ACLU will not be coming out there to make sure that their wrists aren't being broken. Like, we're hearing about that, right? Federal judges are coming out, Sarah?
Yes, we are. Yes.
And they're saying these people are being mistreated from January 6th?
Asking the DOJ to open up a civil rights probe into the treatment of January 6th detainees.
Hypocrites. Bunch of hypocrites. That's all they are.
Yep.
A bunch of hypocrites. But they're going to sweep this is about the climate. We're trying to save the world. We were trying to, we're sitting here talking about saving a country, right? And you're going to accuse us every time we talk about saving a country. You're going to say, oh, you're just one of those January 6ers. Shut up. Nobody with a conservative platform, with a legitimate platform, with any voice or any reach whatsoever condone the actions of January 6th. Nobody. Not a single person.
Now, we'll tell you it's exaggerated.
Yeah.
Because it is.
It's exaggerated. Of course it is.
I was on board until they started acting like, it was the country's darkest day and it was worse than 9/11.
Worse than 9/11.
And I'm like, all right,
like,
you know what? I'm signed out. No.
So there you go. I'm waiting on that October 14th commission. That's what I want to see.
Don't hold your breath.
I'm not going to hold it, but that did make me happy. It just kind of made me, just kind of made me feel good about the fact that you assholes out there are just so consistently wrong. Just so consistently wrong. People keep interviewing me. These guys, they interview me about the book, and they're like, what do you find funny? Like, how do you find a thing to find humor in all of this stuff when you wrote that book? Am I crazy? I said, well, see, I've seen The House of Cards, and I know that philosophically it cannot stand up. It's going to continue to fall. They have to keep propping it up. Over here, let's go Brandon, let's go Brandon. That's a perfect example of how the media operates to tell you not to believe your eyes and ears, but to believe what they're telling you. But again, people are tired of the bullshit.
They're also creating unlivable standards.
Yeah.
That they're not going to be, they're just perpetuating the standard that they cannot meet. Therefore, they will continue to be hypocritical. There's just no way around it.
Right. So you're going to see more and more things happen, like with the blah, blah. You're going to see people who are walking off the job, quitting their job, resigning from their jobs. They're going to pull their kids out of the schools. And we're just going to say, you know what? Bug's life. I got it right. Bug's life. Here come all the ants.
You're welcome.
And we're just going to say no, I'm not going to do it. People say, oh, you're not losing anything. You have no idea how much money I have already lost and how much I stand to lose in the next year because of the things I'm giving up. If I told you, you would hate me. You would hate me because you'd be like, oh, you're privileged. No, I've worked my ass off, and I am fortunate to have been successful by working my ass off. And I'm giving up a lot.
That's called the American way.
I'm giving up a lot because of my stance here. Pure-blooded, baby. We got to get that shirt on there, chatonblaze.com. Hey, fall's here, and with the cooler weather comes flu season. Remember the flu? Yeah.
The what?
The flu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now they got, a super cold? They got super colds.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Yeah. Somebody sent me that, and I was like, I don't even want to look up what a super cold is. A super cold. Like, maybe now you get snot in 3 nostrils. I don't know.
That extra nostril you grew from the blah, blah.
I don't know. You got it from the blah, blah. Beef up your immune system, folks, with something that's tried and true. Daily dose of real fruits and vegetables. Hey, the kind you get in Field of Greens. Field of Greens is unlike any other superfoods. Uses real USDA organic fruits and vegetables packed with antioxidants. Can support heart health, metabolism, blood pressure, digestion, plus it's pre and probiotic. It's great for everybody in the family, even the kids. It's unlike other nutritional drinks, which rely on one vegetable. Field of Greens packed with 18 clinically researched essential fruits and vegetables. Take a Field of Greens. It's super easy. Put a scoop in a glass of water, stir it up, drink it, and you're done. Here's the best part. Tastes great. Go to brickhousechad.com. Yeah, I said that. brickhousechad.com. Get 15% off your first order with promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad at checkout. Give this a try. brickhousechad.com. Use promo code Chad. We'll be right back. So there's a new Halloween movie coming out. Like, how many times can they kill that dude?
Yeah, they are really, really bad at this.
Like,
really bad at this. They just keep
killing
missing.
it. Like, I guess people keep going to see it. I mean, I saw the last one, the one where she burned him up in the house fire.
You would think he'd be gone.
Like they said that was an affront. That was like the Me Too movement. That was a woman who was tired of being traumatized for 40 years, and so she came after him.
Right.
So this one, they're saying this is like, this mirrors the January 6th U.S. Capitol riots.
No.
Yeah, because this is about, she said Jamie Lee Curtis, I think she's a she, said that this was about, said it foretells the January 6th riots. It's about rage, about a mob of angry people who don't trust the government, who don't trust the police, who don't trust the authorities to get the job done. They're going to do the job themselves. Okay. Forget all. I mean, like we're going to make a political statement here. We're going to become activists about a fake insane person that wears a William Shatner mask and cuts everybody's throats. We're going to make it as bloody and gory as we possibly can.
They're ruining everything.
But it makes a statement about all the people fighting back. Because big government's cutting your throat.
No one is going to go see movies anymore.
I don't go see movies.
I mean, imagine doing this at a time where movie theaters are already hanging on by a thread because of all of the lockdowns.
I can't wait.
And now this is the only shit that they have to send to the movie theaters?
Well, I'm just ready to see the gay Superman.
Oh,
right?
Here we go.
Like, I want to see, like, now, they changed the phrase. It used to be truth, justice, and the American way. Now it's truth, justice, and a better tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, so they've changed that. The new Superman's offended by pronouns.
Yes.
Superman
would never.
I think CNN actually talked about this. Play the clip.
DC Comics announced the new Superman, Jonathan Kent, will be bisexual. Kent, the child of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, will explore his identity and other social issues in the new comic, Son of Kal-El.
Here was an opportunity to create a Superman who could represent a whole new group of people.
Oh, my God.
And I think that was one that we had to leap on.
And will be addressing modern day issues like
the climate crisis, like refugees. John in the last issue has just been arrested attending a protest trying to stop the refoulement of asylum seekers.
This is oh my God.
Do you remember the very first Superman Clark Kent, the Christopher Reeves?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When Lois Lane got squished in the earthquake, when she suffocated, when the earth opened up, and he flew around the earth so fast the other direction that it made time go back. It made it go back in time.
That's right.
Remember that? He spun the earth back, and he saved her, and she didn't even know anything happened. I'm going to think fucked up the climate. Like, I'm just going to go with that and think that probably that was not good for the weather patterns. Mm-hmm. When he just smoked the earth backwards.
It was him. But
it's okay. He's got a very woke son who wakes up with a man.
What bothers me the most about this is that they're too damn lazy to come up with their own hero. That, like, if you want to create some gay, bisexual, whatever hero, go create one, but don't just reboot all of the superheroes who are already there or who already have storylines. I get it. It's like his son or whatever, but don't use other people's creativity. Go create your own shit. You can't. You're too damn lazy.
Yeah, like, we have to make him fight climate science and also, immigration and refugee issues.
I mean, if that's what you want, create your own superhero and see how well that sells.
Yeah, we're gonna,
And Chad, 90s kids should remember Captain Planet. We already have a superhero
that's a great
that
point.
Fights for climate change. His name is Captain Planet.
And the fact that you have to say, do you remember Captain Planet, tells you everything.
It did not go well.
Because that's why Captain Planet never hit Kal-El status, right? Never quite hit Superman.
God, I hope that industry implodes.
Justice,
They deserve
hope
it.
for tomorrow.
They deserve it. Every bit of it.
And less El Niños. Give me a TikToker, baby.
If you were still unvaccinated of your own volition, and you were fully aware that there is COVID in this world and the Delta variant is substantially worse, and you still don't get your vaccine, you deserve every single that you get. And I hate to say that because the hospitals don't deserve it, the family members that got vaccinated don't deserve it, but you 100% deserve every bit of the Delta variant that you get if you are not getting vaccinated of your own volition.
If you live in a world where cheeseburgers exist, where McDonald's is still serving 99-cent hamburgers, where there is a $1 value meal, and you keep going through that drive-thru clogging your arteries up and becoming a fat bastard, and you have to sit on the couch so that your family has to deal with your fat ass, your sickly ass, your diabetes-ridden ass, and keep bringing you ham sandwiches, you deserve every thing that comes your way. Everything, you fat ass. God. You keep driving our prices higher on pharmaceuticals.
It's true.
Because you refuse to be healthy, you fat Demi Lovato looking gross ass. Like, you're affecting the world. Yeah, being fat and smoking cigarettes. You know what? If you continue to smoke cigarettes and blow that smoke out there for the world to smell and get secondhand cancer from you, and you're not willing to quit smoking those cigarettes, you deserve everything that's coming your way. Everything. And you know who told you? Superman's new boyfriend. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Can you imagine somebody, and you made this point, can you imagine, make the point.
Well, I mean, could you just imagine if one of us sat up here and told people who were vaccinated, you know what, if you get vaccinated, even knowing all of the side effects that exist and even knowing that there could be some people who would die from it and you do it anyway and you die, you deserve it. You deserve every effing bit of it. Could you imagine?
If you shed it off where other people can get it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You deserve
You're walking around transmitting it and don't know it because you have less severe symptoms. You deserve every bit of what you get.
This PSA brought to you by Megan Rapinoe's love child.
Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's right. Let's read a review from O. Baldwin. Awesome show. I watch the show every day while I'm on the road. Can't wait to read your book. Keep up the great work and don't burn your legs again. Well,
you burned your legs?
Yeah, flying a kite at the beach a few weeks ago. I love to fly
kites. That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard from Chad Prather. I burned my legs flying a kite? Who even are you?
I'm cool. I fly kites.
So
I get like
weird.
5 in the air. I've gotten into the world of drones.
Oh my gosh.
I started flying drones.
You've reached that age.
I am chasing the stray cats around.
Oh, no.
I buzz them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They get scared. That's mean. Yeah. That's mean.
Come at
Just
me.
send them to me.
Come out.
I'll take them all.
I'm not getting them. I don't want the ringworms.
Can we drone food to them?
Nope. Oh. Chatonblaze.com. Get your FJB shirt.
And
soon you'll be able to get your pure-blooded shirt. And watchchad.com's got all the fun stuff. Go there and subscribe to The Blaze. Why not? You need to do that. Thank you, Sarah. Talk to you tomorrow night. Love you. God bless. Bye.